Wow. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West crashing out. Kanye West has crashed out online to another level, to the point that people are questioning if he's just now a parody comedian, because Kendrick Lamar received a bunch of shots by Kanye West in a brand new interview with Akademiks, right? Kanye West was paranoid in a hotel room, saying that people were trying to put him in a hospital and ship him away. And he called Akademiks and said, "Hey, you have 1 hour to get here and do an interview because I am leaving to Japan." He was leaving back to Japan. He was running away from America because he felt like he was going to be institutionalized again, like he was in the past. And then this time around, he got an interview done in the meantime while he was waiting for his car to come for his flight to the airport, his drive to the airport for a flight to Japan. And we got like a 45, 50-minute long new Kanye West interview, uncut, unedited by Akademiks, that he basically leaked himself online. He didn't drop it properly. He kind of leaked it. And Kanye West is wearing a black KKK hoodie that people are trying to symbolize in reference to not black, but elite evil groups, almost Illuminati-like ritual robes that are similar. Not just straight up black KKK, but obviously it looks like a KKK hood just dipped in black. But they're saying it could be symbolized into like these evil cult type of gatherings that people wear these black hoods. And during the whole interview, Kanye West kept saying, "I'm evil. I'm evil." Akademiks asked him, like, you had a point where you didn't want to swear. You did Jesus is King, right? You had these songs where you were telling people like 150,000 they can't swear on it. Like, what changed? And Kanye West said, "I'm evil. I'm evil now. I'm evil." And it's weird. It's like, oh, you just trolling? I get it, but it's like,
he gave his reasoning why, though.
Because he wants to be what? Anti everyone that's coming against him?
No.
Anti-industry? So he's evil?
I'm not gonna sit here and justify what he's doing. But he did give an argument. He said, people use me in this industry. I was their friend for a very long time. And when I needed them, they didn't show up for me. Now, this is his problem. He doesn't understand. No one's showing up for you because you're acting up.
And he's talking about at what point is a reference? You're talking about the child situation, right? Because that's why he kind of kept subliminally saying
the child situation.
People didn't show up for him for his
that.
child, his child support or whatever.
Virgil leaving him to work for Louis Vuitton, and all the people he was talking about, how like they all ended up getting jobs and leaving him, and they used his name to build up their like reputation. Like there were things he was mentioning. Travis Scott taking the 4 songs for Utopia and throwing him off of it. Like, I'm not saying the nigga's right. The nigga's cooked. Wearing a KKK, saying you're evil is crazy. But in the same breath, he's not saying nothing. He's saying, hey, I'm mad because I used my name and reputation to build up a lot of your careers. And when I needed you, you walked away from me. But in the same breath, Kanye, you're bugging. No one's going to throw their career out for you like that. The same way you're throwing yours away.
Before we get deeper into this topic, because we're already past this one, but someone donated $5, 984 Tony. Now Drake all of a sudden got a video full of black chicks. Yes, somebody took notes from the real GOAT.
Listen, you can never satisfy everyone.
Before we got deeper into the Kanye one.
Can never satisfy anyone, because if Drake did a video and it didn't have black girls, then you guys would call him out. But Drake has a video with all black girls and you're still calling him out. God bless you guys. Consume tight.
I still think it's parody.
No, this Kanye West shit, he's trying to justify it in his own way. He has his own reasons. He says that people betrayed him, people backstabbed him, etc. But like you said, it's like, bro, there's just hypocrisy in everything that you're doing, because you're trying to cancel people. Meanwhile, people are already doing that to you. Like, you're trying to like reverse, like, wait, I might be bad, but these people are bad too. Like, these, it's like you're getting mad. Also, it's like playing a pick me role. Akademiks literally asked him, like, you with the Kendrick Lamar shit, like, are you jealous? And he gave a long-winded answer, and it eventually got to the point, and he said, I'm jealous. He's like, I'm jealous. Like, he admits to being jealous of Kendrick Lamar's success.
Yeah.
And he's like, he can't be number one because I'm number one. That doesn't make any sense. Just because you're saying something doesn't make it accurate. So you're number one because you're just saying you're number one. If you want to be number one, get in the field. You're independent. Why not just lead this fucking championship type of era that you could have gone into as an independent act, dropping Carnival, dropping Vultures, Grammy-nominated independent album, independent platinum records, go into that route, you fumbled it completely. Now no one that worked with you on that song and that album wants to work with you, and you're calling them out. But it's like, bro, you're extremely volatile. Are people supposed to be like, hey, it's just Kanye saying what Kanye, it's just Kanye. People were doing that for years. It's just Kanye, Kanye's gonna say some wild shit. Like even Jim Jones said it in his recent Breakfast Club interview. He was like, listen, man, it's Kanye. Like I still love him, blah, blah, blah. But then now he's calling out Jim Jones. He said, fuck Jim Jones.
Yeah, I remember he said that on Twitter.
And he's saying it again during the Akademiks interview, calling out Jim Jones. So it's like, you just want to exile yourself. And then if you watch the interview towards the end, when the interview's done, Akademiks keeps rolling, keeps filming. And you can tell all this shit also is like amusing to Kanye. Because Kanye says some shit, like the evil line and all this stuff. And then he was talking to Ak, he was like, I'll always say some like Victorian age type of shit, huh? Like when I said like exiled and all that stuff. Like he be talking to himself out loud. Mm-hmm. Like he gets impressed by the shit that he does. He's like, remember when I said exiled? Like, like nigga, yes, we remember, but why are you like?
He's so stupid.
This is wild, right? And it's like he does that too, and he'd be like, he does that joke still when he'd be like, all right, play off the grid. From that moment when he was crashing out, and he was like, all right, play off the grid, and he still does that joke, like play off the grid, like he's referencing back his own like jokes and shit, which is given like almost like like nigga, you're getting old, huh? Like this gives like old dad like vibes. Like this nigga's calling back his own shit. Like even on his newer shit when he was like sampling his older shit too, it's like he's getting into that moment where it's like there's creativity, but it's not. It was on a trajectory up. Now it's just like going down. If anything, like it's still Kanye. So it's Kanye. You appreciate it, but it's not impressive anymore. At all. It's not impressive. Like it still might be good. Oh, it's good, it's decent. But it's not impressive. It's not impactful. It's not everlasting. Niggas ain't gonna be out here walking around in black hoods.
You know what's funny? Kanye and Drake are having the same trajectory right now in life. And no one ever talks about it. Because both of them are very frustrated with their state of life and the way that the industry has done them and the way that they've elevated people's careers in different ways. And the way they reacted to it is something you need to understand about life. Someone said this in the chat, 2 wrongs do not make a right. And that is absolutely true.
Yep.
Someone may have used you. That doesn't mean you turn around and lash out. And that's something even I struggle to learn in my own life. Just because people did wrong, that doesn't give you the opportunity to slander them and bring them down because now you look bad. And that's why Drake's losing with this whole suing shit. Because it's like, bro, what are you doing here? Mm-hmm. And it's the same concept with Kanye. Why are you lashing out on a dead man? Why are you lashing out on Travis Scott? Why are you lashing out on all these people? What you should have done is just accepted what had happened and said, you know what? That's life. I got what I got from that situation. I move on. Instead, just like Drake, you hold on to it. You get real petty about it and you just have a tantrum. It's very funny how similar these two men have always been. It's so weird.
Them niggas is like arch nemesis.
But they're the same person. That's probably why they hate each other. They're the same fucking person.
And, Kanye West, man. We'll play this clip right here. This is the one of the shots he took at Kendrick. He said that Kendrick Lamar has no hits, and he's basically mad that the NFL picked him to do the Super Bowl over Drake.
Cool. Like I think after that tweet, he definitely, and I don't know if these are relationships that's salvageable.
Why would I want to salvage relationships with
to a lot of people?
Why would I want to salvage relationships with broke ass slaves and slave herders? Like everybody, so this is what I'm saying. The Jay-Z thing leads me to the NFL. Why do they want a Drake to be out of there? Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl, right? This is a theory I had. The people that run the Super Bowl had to come to people who run the music industry and be like, you guys, you're letting your niggers get out of hand. Oh my God, that Kanye.
Owners.
Would somebody take a knee for it? Where's he out of there? See, that's the problem. You let them last too long. In our league, they're for 2 years, 3 years, they're out of there. We deal with, we got Tom Brady, he's great. We made Mahomes throw that fucking Super Bowl, so Tom could get his 7th ring and shit. But you guys at the music industry, what you got to do, start getting smaller artists and put them on. We're going to set you up. We're going to take Rolling Loud. We're going to connect them with Live Nation. And then we're going to get a bunch of small artists, and then, you'll be able to make your money off of
Listen, he's reached a point where, like, even if there's something that he's saying that it makes sense, like, okay, these white rich owners, right, they behave, especially in NFL, like slave owners, damn
Absolutely
near.
true.
Because especially Jerry Jones, when you see Jerry Jones in the fucking sidelines in the practice with Jamie Foxx looking at his player list, and he's like, 9-inch dick. It's like, why are you looking at your players' dick sizes? Like, why is this a thing? Or,
Even beyond
because
that.
are they animals to you?
Yeah.
Like, are you auctioning them off?
But the NFL draft, the combine works like a slave draft.
Oh no, yeah,
That
100%.
whole thing is all slavery. God
100%.
bless.
And it's like a bidding war damn near behind the scenes too, with like illegal money allegedly being
Yeah.
passed around. But now
Brady,
Kanye
cough.
West, you could say something that makes sense, but you've lost the plot. Because just because you're making sense, like what do you do? Why don't you do something about it? Why don't you do something about it? You are independent, you're Kanye West. So this is what you're doing about. This is you doing something about all these things you're complaining about, just falling out with everyone, like crashing on everyone, saying that you're evil. It just makes no sense. It's gone to the point of like, oh, he has made a good point, but it makes no sense. Oh, he got a good point, but it makes no sense. And in the stands, the yay stands, they'll fall and live on the good point. No, you guys didn't get it. He got a good point. He got a good point. He got a good point.
Stupid.
Nigga, what are you talking about? He's literally talking about Jay-Z, has issues with Jay-Z. One of the people that he's been closest to in his whole life, he's had access to his whole life, has had a real friendship with. So he chooses to go online and call his children retarded instead of actually calling them up, meeting with him, and him being like, hey, can you help me out? And like, oh, I have opinions about what you're doing with the NFL. Let's work to change.
That's never gonna happen. He's already burned his reputation.
The bridges are burned.
Yeah.
The bridges are burned. So it's like all we're gonna get now is a Kanye West that complains and complains and complains and complains and complains, and then people are gonna get annoyed. And it's like, bro, your delivery is awful.
But that's what it is. I think the beef and Kanye's situation has showed us something very important about life. Delivery matters. You can be right. It don't matter if your delivery stinks. Because Drake was right. He was more up than Kendrick. He had more hits. He
Bro.
had more money. That's undeniable fact. Kanye
And
right
he
now.
still does.
And he still does. But he
Yeah.
delivered it terribly. Kendrick had the better songs. He had the better diss tracks. He did everything better.
Yeah.
He did the whole strategy better. The delivery was better. The same with Kanye. At this point, Kanye's career has to understand, when you're talking, if you're not delivering it in a way where people are willing to listen to it, my nigga, they're going to think you're crazy. Even if you're right 100 times over.
Yeah, no. Especially because, like, guys, we were here when he said, hey, yo, Doc, I got you. Hey, yo, Doc, I got
crazy.
you.
You're
This nigga
crazy.
hopped into the beef
You're crazy.
to defend Kendrick Lamar.
You're crazy.
And now he wants to come out 2 months or for how many months? A year later talking about, I don't like how they plotted against Drake. They used Drake. They used Kendrick Lamar to plot against Drake. Nigga, you literally hopped into it yourself. He just
Didn't
butt
at one
her.
point in that interview say that he respects Kendrick or some shit like that, or that he thinks that he's a good artist or some shit like
No,
that?
no.
He
Him and
said that
Kendrick
about
were best
everyone,
friends.
basically. He like
Bro.
shits on them and then like compliments them.
Bro, he was on Twitter saying he loved Pimp the Butterfly. He had him on all these songs. Bro, they were friends. It's like people say, though, Kanye's a fucking hater.
They gonna love me for my ambition.
And that was a clip from our podcast, the Club Ambition Podcast. Cap, if you're looking to watch the full episode, make sure to go check it out right now. It's available on audio and also on YouTube.